AI just being pretty much everywhere right now. AI assistants are kind of rolling out. This is actually the Rabbit R1. I was at their event, or their launch event at CES at the beginning of the year. There was a lot of hype initially around this. I finally got my unit in. Unboxing it has been a really cool experience. So if you know nothing about me, I am the biggest orange fan. Unboxed it with all my orange tech, and you can kind of see it here. Super minimal. So it just comes in a little cardboard box, nice and environmentally friendly, and inside we pretty much just have the unit itself. Keeping on that theme, this is definitely orange. This is probably the most orange item that I have. Think of construction pylon orange, very bright, very glossy. I know this has been out now for a couple weeks, and some reviews mentioned that it's half-baked. The cool thing about AI native products is that they evolve daily, and the R1 has already got 3 software updates since day one owners got their devices in 3 consecutive weeks. And a lot of other tech that you see in the space, that would probably take 3 months. So that's just some food for thought. It comes in this little square form factor. This is technically an extra device that you should be carrying around, something to accompany your smartphone. It's very pocketable. You can kind of look around and see the inputs. Very minimal. You just have the USB-C to charge. You have a SIM card slot tray for, of course, data. You can connect this to Wi-Fi as well. And pretty much that is it in terms of the slots. You do have a couple physical buttons. So on the side, you have the main button to kind of interact with it, and you have a scroll wheel that you can kind of go through the menu system. So it takes a little bit of time to get used to. To get to the actual menu, you just need to give it a little shake. The menu system pops up, and from there you can use the scroll wheel to navigate each of the individual settings. To interact with it, press the push to talk button on the side. You can ask it something, hey, what's the weather today?
Checking the weather. The weather in Toronto today is mostly cloudy with 57 degrees Fahrenheit, 0% precipitation, and 61% humidity.
As I'm Canadian, what's that in Celsius?
57 degrees Fahrenheit is equivalent to 13.889 degrees Celsius.
And what's interesting, I didn't have to re-ask it, what's that weather calculation in Celsius. It kind of follows up on the question and knows that you were talking about the weather previously, and it makes that conversion. So you can actually do that with a bunch of different things. Say, for example, my favorite team or my favorite sports team. Who is Manchester United?
Manchester United is a professional football club based in Manchester, England. They are one of the most popular and successful football clubs in the world, with a rich history and a large fan base.
They've been sucking a lot this year. I'm going to ask how they did, but I won't specifically ask for the team Manchester United. I'll just say, how did they do this year?
Manchester United is currently in 8th place in the English Premier League with a record of 16 wins, 6 draws, and 13 losses, giving them a total of 54 points. They have a goal difference of -3. Their most recent match was a 4-0 loss to Crystal Palace on May 6, 2024.
Thanks for the sad reminders and our terrible goal difference ratio. But once again, to follow up on that question, who's the top scorer?
The top scorer for Manchester United in the current season is Bruno Fernandes with 10 goals in the Premier League.
And it's interesting, with most AI prompts, you actually have to re-ask that, who's the top goal scorer of Manchester United? Or how did Manchester United do in the last game? It kind of continues the conversation because it works best with large language models, and we've seen big improvements in these models. For example, ChatGPT 4.0 was just released, and experiences with R1 will grow better and better, like the bi-directional translator, which supports 100 languages. So with R1 as a main touch point, customers can try out these models at their fingertips. So it essentially takes your input, or a person's input, and uses that conversation to base their search, or to base, their next query off of. So in theory, this is the next level of, AI. Other than asking it normal questions, you can also ask it what certain things are. So if I just double tap the button, that enables the camera. So if I just point it at this, what is this?
This is a PlayStation 4 controller. It is an orange-colored gamepad with the typical PlayStation button layout, including the 4 buttons: triangle, circle, X, square, 2 joysticks, a directional pad, and the PlayStation logo in the center.
Impressive that it knew it was a PS4 controller and identified it as orange. That's kind of cool. How do I style this?
Taking a look now. These orange high-top sneakers have a bold, monochromatic look that can create a striking style statement. Here are a few ways you could consider styling them. 1. Casual streetwear. Pair them with loose-fitting, neutral-colored joggers. or straight leg jeans to let the shoes be the focal point of the outfit. Tonal dressing. Play up the single color by wearing different shades of orange, maybe a burnt orange shirt or jacket to complement the sneakers. 4. Contrast with neutrals. Balance the boldness of the shoes by pairing them with more muted tones like black, white, or gray in the rest of your outfit.
So it's giving me multiple outfit recommendations based on what the sneaker looks like and obviously the color in orange, and I haven't seen anything like that before. It's super, super dope. You can also do things like taking notes. So for example, just holding this down, take a note, remind me to edit this Rabbit R1 video after this. I'm gonna shoot some B-roll and then I will publish this video so all my subscribers can watch it.
Saving your note.
So now that's saved to the Rabbit.
Edit.
Oh, thank you. So now that's saved to the rabbit hole, which is essentially just the site that I've linked this to, and then I can view that note later. So great to kind of, take notes as an assistant would. And as this kind of continues to grow and we get more like app integration, you can do something simple now, like ask this to play a Spotify song, but as more developers kind of get on, you can really use LAM or large action models to really dictate how you would use like an assistant. So for example, in the future, you could ask this, hey, book a flight from Toronto to LA, but I want to have a stopover in a certain location. I'm looking to travel with Air Canada or Star Alliance only. It'll bring up those options. Obviously, you can have an API for that, say on something like Expedia, but this will do it as someone was searching for it, and it should theoretically give you a better cost. So that's one of the potential use cases for something like this. As this gets, obviously more refined, I think we'll see a lot more use cases for it. You can kind of just now see the simple form factor, the design. Obviously, this is their Gen 1 version, and when you look at the smart assistant space for devices, you've got other things that are $700-ish and need an extra monthly subscription. This is just $200 out of the box. You kind of see what you get. It's got a 1000 milliamp hour battery. You kind of see the little battery notification on the front screen, as pretty much you have all the info kind of displayed already. Let me know what you use the Rabbit R1 for. Would you use it as a virtual assistant? Would you use this as a separate device? I might be a bit biased by the color. It's a bit early to judge the value for this gen of AI products, but for $199 baseline with more updates already added and more to come in the future, I'm in. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace.